Several factors determine the outcome of any election, and with the UWP suffering a 15-2 loss at the 2021 elections, former parliamentary representatives and executives were asked why the party was unseated by the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Opposition leader and former Prime Minister Honourable Alan Shastney shared his analysis.
We saw that only 50% of the voting population came out, which was substantially below what the norm was. We also saw that we obtained 42% of the overall vote and the government obtained 50% of the vote. For the 42%, we got 2 seats. For the 50%, they got 13 seats. And the 2 independents got 2 seats. So this is a much closer election than everybody wants it out to be. And if I was the government, I would be extremely concerned with what I see on the ground and the substantial mood change with people.
Former Grosile MP Leonard Montoute was more self-critical about the factors that contributed to the loss.
It is not anything we did wrong. What happened is that the people were promised better. It was good, but they were promised better. And who does not go for better? But now, the bluff cannot work anymore because we are in a unique situation there right now where Alan Shastney had 1 term in office. We saw his performance. Philip Pierre has had 3 years already, and we are seeing what his performance is right now. So I'm not too interested in what, except for the policies, I'm not too interested in the promises Alan Shastney will make or Philip Pierre is going to make. My assessment will be based predominantly on performance. And that is what is going to be the decisive factor in the next election, performance.
Nancy Charles, the current officer for mobilization for the UWP, pointed to a sustained 5-year-long campaign by the Saint Lucia Labour Party.
Labour started a 5-year campaign of lies and propaganda on the United Workers' Party. From day one, after the United Workers' Party won the election, Labour Party was on the offense. They could not prove anything, but they were able to build and to say to persons, this is what is happening in this country, and they attack persons personally. That's why today they have a huge challenge, because they cannot prove any of the things that they said about certain individuals, about certain issues, about certain matters. So now they're in government and they need to be able to show the evidence to substantiate what they said. They cannot, and they are struggling at this time.
Former Ancillary Canneries MP Dominic Fede pointed to several different factors.
Well, a combination of things, really. I mean, you had a very, very tough time in the world for most governments, and that is with COVID-19. A lot of governments were hampered by COVID-19, and the going was very, very tough, you know. People lost their jobs, people's income went down, people lost some of their freedoms to move about in a lot of countries, so it was a very, very difficult time.
One of the biggest criticisms of the party while it was in government was that its communication left much to be desired.
One of the biggest criticisms I have had of the party, which includes me, is that our PR sucked, to put it bluntly. In opposition, we went to sleep. That has not happened this time.
In fact, the United Workers' Party may have borrowed a page from Labour, running a relentless campaign in the years since their defeat, even before they began preparing for an election battle. For Choice News Now, I am Dired Lionel.